What's up, everybody? Keith from Team Theory here, and today I am bringing you my super spicy deck profile for the Ultimate Cup format. It is blue, and it is not Blue Flare, and it is not Ulforce. It is MirageGao. If you don't want to pay the big bucks for Rina, because she is super expensive right now, and you don't want to play Blue Flare, I think MirageGao is a good medium place. I don't think it does what Ulforce does as good, but I think if the deck is not respected or slept on, I think the deck can have some amazing power plays that will just throw your opponent for the loop, and they won't really know what's going on. In testing, I played against Digimon, I played against Bloomlord, I played against Mastemon, I played against a bunch of decks, and the deck has done well. I think the deck has a lot of potential. It gets stronger, obviously, with EX4 and BT13, but those are a whiles away. So for now, this is just my take on the deck and how to play it currently in its current iteration. So here we go. So for the eggs, we play 4 Wanyamon. Wanyamon just says, if you have a tamer, when attacking, if you have a tamer, draw a card. It's consistency piece and you will need it. For the rookies, of course, we play 4 Gaomon. Gaomon says, on play, reveal top 3, add a card with Gao in its name and a blue tamer, and trash the rest. So it's a lot like Vmon from BT11 also, that just gets you 3. The only difference is this one trashes the remaining cards and Vmon doesn't. Its inheritable is if you attack when attacking, if you have a tamer in play once per turn, you can bounce an opponent's level 3 to their hand. So that can come up, especially against like certain cards. If you're playing like Commandramon, bounce the Commandramons. If you're playing Blue Flare, bounce the Gausmon. If you're playing Bloomlord, bounce their rookies, bounce the memory blockers and all that stuff. We do play the Vmon package also, so we are playing 4 Vmon. He on play, reveal 3, add a blue tamer. Again, it's important because we play tamers and we want to see our tamers, and add a Digimon card. I do play Digimon cards in this deck also, so you will see cards. You will usually always add something off of him and Gaomon. His inheritable, when you play tamer, get a memory. That does come up also. Next, we play 2 Labramon. I play 2 Labramon just because of its inheritable. It says if you have jamming when attacking, get a memory. It comes up because we do play jamming cards in here. Plus, Nikolai gives our Gaomon cards jamming. The next 2 cards are preference, but it should be one of these two. It should be 2 of one of these cards. So it's either you can play 2 Madoki Beta, and Madoki Beta comes up in the Bloomlord matchup, so they won't gain the memory of Bloomlord. Comes up in Machinedramon, and it comes up in Commandramon because they can't gain the memory off of Darkdramon. The other one would be Sayakomon. Sayakomon is mostly for Bloomlord because they can't Digizorb, so they end up paying the full memory. Either way, you can play 2 of Madoki or 2 Sayako, or 1 and 1 like this. That's just preference and up to you. For our level 4s, we play 4 of Gaogamon. Basically, just that's a name, so you will search him. His attacking is when attacking, once per turn. If you have 8 or more cards in hand, get a memory. His inheritable is the same as Gaomon, so when attacking, if you have Blue Tamer, bounce a level 3. We play 1 of this Gaomon. I hate this card. I would never play this. I don't want to play this card. It's just a name. It's probably never going to come up. It's Digiburst, but if it does, I guess go for it. It's just the name. That's why I play it. Next, we play 3 Vidramon. Again, he's a name to search off of the Vmon, and his inheritable is great because you get a memory when you play Tamers. And his main effect's okay too. When you play Tamer, draw a card. And the last level 4s we play are going to be 2 Lobomon. Lobo's Lobo, and everyone knows why we play Lobomon. For our level 4s, we play 4 of the new MirageGaogamon. When Digivolving, until the end of your opponent's turn, he gains blocker, and he gains 2,000 DP for every 4 cards in their hand, so he can get pretty beefy, and if you have Evo on top of him, that boost carries over. His inheritable is once per turn when a card's added to your opponent's hand by an effect. On all turns, you can unsuspend this Digimon. That comes up, and I'll show you a combo later with that. We played 2 of this MirageGaogamon. I played just because it is a name again. His bounce comes up sometimes, not all the time. His inheritable's okay. It boosts your guy up by 2k. Sometimes that matters if you don't see Nikolai and have the jamming, or if you need to beat over something big, he's your answer to it. And the last two 5s we play are Arrow Digimon, jamming to proc the Labramon, security +1 for our level 6s and our 7s, and also another name to search off of the Vmon. For our 6s, we play the one of MirageGao from BT4, I think. When Digivolving, gain a memory for every 4 cards in your opponent's hand, and he cannot be blocked. That comes up again in the Machinedramon matchup because they won't be able to block him with Machinedramon, and if they don't have analog man on board, you're always going to get a check off this card. He's never going to cost 4 to Digivolve. He's probably going to cost around most of the time 2. He'll cost, and 2 for a level 6 is not bad. Then we play 4 of the new MirageGaogamon. When Digivolving, you can return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to their hand. If you didn't return anything, you can return the top card of the security to their hand. That comes up. That is important. Again, he'll never cost a 4. And all turns, when a card's added to their hand by once per turn by a card effect, gain 1 memory for every 4 cards in their hand. So that comes up also. It's good against cards that search a lot also and add cards off effects. Demi-Mera does that. The Palmons, Commandramon reveals off the egg, and stuff like that. So you'll always gain memory. It could literally end their turn immediately if they have enough cards in hand, so that's good. We do play 2 level 7s, and the 2 level 7s are Gabumon, Bond of Friendship. If you don't know what this card does, he is, when attacking, once per turn, if you have a blue tamer, you can unsuspend him. Also, when he attacks, he can bounce level 5s or lowers to the bottom of your opponent's deck. Comes up especially in the Bloom Lord match because you want to bounce their body so they can't get that much value off of Bloom Lord or Hydra. Also comes up in that matchup, you can bounce their Cherrymon so they can't redirect attacks, and then just bounce everything else from there. So yeah. Tamers, we play 3 Thomas. Sometimes I want to bump this card to 4, but I think 3 is a nice sweet spot I have for him. On play, draw a card, and then his main effect is if you have 8 or more cards in your hand, and you have a card with Gao in its name, you can suspend him to unsuspend that Digimon. That comes up, and it's part of the combo I'll show you in a little bit. We play the 2 of the new tamer, Nikolai. He gives anything with Gao in its name jamming, including the rookie. So if you know during your main phase, so if you have him on the board and you just raise your rookie automatically has jamming, and that's great. Small ball checks. Also, on your turn only, when a card's added to your opponent's hand, you can suspend him to get a memory. Also comes up, it makes MirageGao cost even less. And then our final tamers are 2 Davis. Everyone knows Davis is memory tamer, search a blue card. Our options, we play 1 Casitas. I felt Casitas wasn't as important in this format because a lot of decks kind of go wide, the main decks. He is good though. Bounces, if you play in a red deck, it bounces their big guy. It won't do much against Machinedramon, but you can bounce other cards if they don't have their protection. Bloom Lord, bounce Bloom Lord, or Hydra, whatever you need to bounce. And we play 2 Sorai. Sorai is a little more of an important card, especially in certain matchups. You can take defense and offensive stats off of Machinedramon with this. You can stun boards like in Bloom Lord or Commandramon, or anything that builds. You can take sources off that are important to other cards. And you stun everything without sources. We play 2 memory boosts, just to search a card. And we play the 1 Ice Wall. And everyone knows what Ice Wall does. So there's a combo you can do in the deck. It requires 1 or 2 Thomas. Up to you. And if you want Nikolai on board also. So I'll show you. You'll play... Say you have this on board. And you have, doesn't matter what your underpieces are, but you have that in the breeding. And these 2 in your hand. Oh, wrong 2. Those 2 in your hand. So I'll show you a quick combo you can do. So what you'll do is you'll raise the MirageGao. You'll give it jamming with Nikolai. So you'll just get a free check. So you'll swing. You'll hit security. You'll unsuspend. You'll digivolve into Mirage. Mirage would bounce something, whether it's a monster or their security. He'll unsuspend because of the inheritable. Still has jamming, so now you'll swing security again. Your opponent probably will have 8 cards in hand, or you will have 8 cards in hand, either way. You'll suspend Thomas to unsuspend. You'll swing again. You'll unsuspend Thomas to unsuspend. Now, if you have 3 memory, which sometimes, most of the time you do, because either you gain memory off of bouncing the cards, tapping the Nikolai, having Davis, having memory boost, whatever it is, you'll go into this now like this, and now you get 2 more checks because you have a blue tamer on board. So you'll swing, you'll bounce something, you'll untap, and then you'll swing again, bounce something else. So not only did you bounce a card with Mirage Gao, you bounced 2 more additional cards with Bond of Friendship if they had it. You untapped multiple times with the Thomas and the Inheritable. So if you want to count the swings, that's 1 for the Mock. That's and then you digivolve. You'll unsuspend due to the effect. You'll swing again with him. So that's 2 checks. You'll suspend Thomas to unsuspend. You'll swing. That's 3 checks. You'll suspend the other Thomas. You'll untap. You'll digivolve. And you swing 2 more times. So that's 5 checks right there. So you swing in 5 times with this. It comes up. It happens a lot more than you think it does. And if your opponent's not ready for it, it can surprise them and it can blow them out the water. But yeah, so testing it so far, like I said, I think I like this deck. I wouldn't pick it over Ulforce if I had the option, but I think if you don't have the option, I think this is a good pick. I think Mirage Gao can get you there. I think it's a sleeper pick. And I don't think enough people put respect on this deck's name. And if you play it correctly, I think you can beat most of your matchups. It is blue, so it still suffers from the same weaknesses all blue decks suffer from. But I think that it is a great deck to pick, a great sleeper pick. And if you want to play in the Ultimate Cups, I think this one should do you justice if you don't want to pay for the Rinas. And that's the deck profile. So that is Mirage Gao for the Ultimate Cup format. If you want to play the same deck in standard format, instead of the bonds, you can probably just swap them out for 1 Blitz Omnimon and 1 Omnimon Merciful mode. Swap them out for those, and it'll probably just do you just as well. But I built this for the Ultimate Cup format, and I just wanted to try it out, whether I play Ultimate Cup in the locals or the actual Ultimate Cup. So that's the deck profile, and I'll see you guys next time.